Okay, we are back. Trace on. I activate the completed blueprint and reproduce the twin swords using my image. What a bad job. The twin swords I once thought were perfect are too unprecise compared to his. An inferior illusion will become a delusion. Probably. My swords will shatter and disappear when they crash against his. I take another step. Crunch. The rubble crunches under my foot. That serves as the signal. Will you be able to keep up with my projection? You will die once your swords lose their precision. The opposing swords sweep through the air. They are drawn together like magnets and clash into each other. Don't cut away. Don't cut away. What the whole build up the last episode is me being like, oh, we're going into their fight right now. There's going to be this episode, you dick. The search ends rather quickly. Lancer is thought to be specialized in battle, but he's actually skilled in magic. Gaybolg is not the only thing he obtained in the Country of Shadows. He is the hero who obtained all 18 of the runes of origin. But since he prefers the battle using his lance, the magic rarely gets used. And now is one of the rare times. Alright. The thing that flies above the floor suddenly drops. The Berkana rune finishes its search and turns back into a stone. Who are you? An unfamiliar boy stands up in confusion. Lancer realizes that he knows the voice and recalls who he is. You're a Rider's Master. Oh, I thought you were dead already. He stops halfway. He sees Tosakarine behind the boy. She's tied to a chair. That's fine. That's to be expected since she's captured. But there's a bit more to the girl. First of all, the chair is on the ground. She's tied to the chair, so Tosakarine is also on the ground. Her long black hair is covered in sand and something red can be seen in on her mouth. She must have cut her lip. There's also a slight bruise by her mouth. You're a Lancer. What? Who allowed you to come in here? You're... The fist smashes into Mato Shinji's cheek. The light back fist blows the boy to the wall. Oh, sorry, kid. I guess I let my hand do the talking. He didn't kill the boy since it was unconscious. But it would not have been unconscious if Tosakarine looked paler and her clothes were more disordered. He would have constantly tried to blow the boy's head off if that were the case. Actually, Lancer does not care how a captive is treated, but he will not tolerate having his spoils snatched by someone else. Spoils for him are enemies he has to kill, and women he favors. Lancer? Tosakarine groans, still tied up to the chair. She must have been unconscious as her voice is not too much different from when she wakes up. Yo, it's morning. Wake up, you lazy bones. Lancer gives an out-of-place greeting and walks to Tosakarine. Why? This is the Einsborn Castle. I know. Oh, don't move. I'll cut your hands free. Do as you wish after that. You can go to the hall and stop the fighting idiots, or you can go home from the back door. The red lance appears. That's helpful, but behind you, Lancer! Lancer turns around at Reen's warning. What? The one appearing there is unexpected even for him. The corner of the room. The one walking past Mato Shinji is... Stop right there, Lancer. I ordered you to help them, but not to get this deeply involved. Kodamine Kirei, the one assumed to have been killed by Castor. Kirei! Reen lets out a surprised voice. Lancer glares suspiciously at the priest. Hey, when did you change your religion? Wasn't it my master's belief not to come out into the open? That's a funny joke. I have no religion to change. You are going against my order, Lancer. I thought I told you to kill Archer. Did you fail, Lancer? He'll disappear even if I ignore him. I just came to finish up an unfinished job. But if you're here, does that mean that kid is a pawn of yours? Does it not say... Do not say it like that. We are cooperating. We are working together in order to obtain the Holy Grail. The priest says so without looking at the boy moaning in the rubble. I see. I knew you wouldn't die so easily. Not only were you still alive, but you were doing things behind our backs, huh? You have really bad taste. What are you doing controlling that harmless Shinji? I see. So you see him as harmless, huh? You are the same as always, even in this situation. I would not be so reluctant to do this if you weren't so smart. The priest laughs. He looks and sounds as though he's been giving a benediction to the dying. A chill runs up the girl's spine. At that moment, she realizes her fate. With a saintly smile, the priest gazes upon the sacrifice who had been his pupil for the past 10 years. Hold on, Kotomine. What are you gonna do with her? Did you tell me a lie when you said you wanted to save your pupil? Lancer glares at his master while standing in front of the girl. It is not a lie. I have raised her to be my tool. I have deceived her for 10 years, so it would be boring if she retired so easily. That is why I ordered her protection. I have prolonged her life for only 2 days. But isn't that more than enough to show my love? The priest walks past Lancer and looks down at the girl on the ground. The girl glares at her former instructor. You fraud. I knew it was possible, but you really are a master, huh? How unfair for a supervisor to take part in the game. You are rather calm, Reen. So, you did know, huh? Of course. I didn't show you my servant because I suspected you, but I didn't think I was deceived from the start. From the start? Then, the priest frowns as if the words are unexpected. What? Do you have something to complain about, Kirei? No, you said from the start. So I was merely wondering what you meant by that. The priest grins. He looks down at the girl with utmost pleasure. Hold on, Kirei. You don't mean... Are you talking about the start of this Holy Grail War? Or do you mean the previous one? With that, the girl understands everything. Her face turns pale and she looks up at the man she studied under for 10 years in disbelief. I see. So, you killed him, huh? Of course. He was my beloved teacher, so it was easy to attack him by surprise. A grinding sound. The girl hangs her head and grits her teeth. You. Get lost in your afterlife, you damn priest. You have no place to be okay. Even hell wouldn't take a bastard like you. An impotent guy like you should lay on needles in hell. The girl keeps on cursing him. Of course, the priest does not care about such things. But the boy is overawed by her charge. Overawed by her charge? I've never seen that word before, actually. Mato Shinji never thought Tosaka Rin would show this much emotion. Kotomine, you know Tosaka's mine, right? Only I have business with her. You can go to the church and wait for this to be over. I do have business with her. I need her to become the Holy Grail here. Mato Shinji does not understand what the priest is saying. The only ones who understand are the priest and the sacrificed Tosaka Rin. It should be about the right time when Saber and Archer disappear. I don't want her to struggle and waste magical energy. Let's quickly get this over with. The priest walks away from the girl with those words. The only one in front of Tosaka Rin is Lancer. Kotomine, you. Finish off that trash, Lancer. The vessel does not require a heart. Only Mato Shinji reacts to those words. Tosaka Rin glares at the priest but bites her lip without speaking. The priest's smile already told her that she was going to be killed here. She understands that she will not be saved and that she won't be heard even if she begs for her life. That's why she doesn't complain. That is the only way she can resist, and that is her will of opposition. She won't give up until the very last second. Help might arrive even at this moment, and she might be the only one that survived after this room miraculously crumbles. Well, it won't happen. She won't give up, but she also understands it's impossible. That's why she has no fear, except for one thing. She imagines that boy's expression when he finds her dead after coming to save her. She doesn't want him to cry. It angers her that she's the cause of his tears, and she doesn't know how she can apologize to him. No, she can't apologize if she dies, but still she doesn't want him to cry. Sorry, Hemiya. I'm retiring first. She decides to apologize ahead of time. It does no good, but it calms her down. What's wrong, Lancer? It's just a girl. It should be easy to pierce her. The priest shows no mercy. To that, I refuse. I can't obey that order. Use the command spell if you want me to do it. Lancer replies while looking at the priest as if he is an enemy. What? The priest narrows his eyes. The master and the slave. The air inside the room freezes as they stare at each other. I see. I guess it cannot be helped. I do not like wasting a command spell on something I can do myself. He raises his left arm. The priest activates the command spell on his arm. Then I will command you. Kill yourself, Lancer. He vomits up blood, but that is nothing compared to the blood spilling from his chest. Kodamine, you. His voice is a whisper now. The spearman, Lancer's chest and heart are pierced by his own lance. Farewell, your duties are already at an end. The man in blue armor falls to the floor. Redness permeates the floor. There's no sign of him getting back up. The spearman in blue has been defeated by his own lance at the command of his own master. The priest moves. He walks over to the girl and crouches down. Her heart. He stoops so that he can easily pull out Tosakarine's heart. Kodamine, that's not what you promised. You said you'd give me Tosaka. The priest gives the boy a wordless glance. No, you can't have Tosaka. I have so much to pay her back for. She has to be alive. Mato Shinji protests, his teeth chattering at the sight of Lancer's corpse. But he stops. The boy slowly retreats, unable to take the priest's stare. The priest looks from the boy back to the girl. Is there anything you would like to say in the end? I shall at least hear out your will. His words are simple. You should know what I'm thinking in a situation like this. Tosaka Rin answers in her normal manner. You're right. You never give up until the very last second, Rin. At the same time, you have this wonderful side of you that admits reality. Yes, this contradiction is very mellow. He shows no hesitation. The priest grabs the girl's breast right on top of her heart. The girl closes her eyes at the sensation. A pierce. The heart is pierced and blood gushes out. Even after being abandoned, the room is still used as a disposal for corpses. The one to gasp was Tosaka Rin. Blood drips onto the floor. The dripping sound is made by something above her. From the chest, the priest was looking down at the girl. Blood pours from his mouth. The wound on his chest is fatal. The weapon protruding from his back is the cursed lance that always strikes its target. The priest shows no emotion. With his lips covered in blood, he turns to Lancer. Lancer, you. Too bad, Kodamine. I wouldn't be a hero if I instantly died from a wound like this. Anyone can tell that the ironic voice is bluffing. Lancer has no vitality. He has no heart and his body is about to disappear. The demonic lance is pulled out. The priest, having nothing to show for his departure, falls and dies. No matter how great his mastery of magic or how powerful his divine protection, he is still a mere human. There's no way for him to be alive after being stabbed in his heart by a demonic lance. So it did end like I imagined. The knight leans against the wall and tries to hold up his disappearing body, but it's only temporary. Lancer will disappear once he falls to the ground. He lost his heart and his master. He is still able to maintain his body because of his dirty survival tricks. This is great! All the idiots can just kill each other! Shinji? The girl who was staring at the dead priest is brought back to reality by the laughing voice. What about the Holy Grail being mine? Useless guy stayed useless, huh? Mato Shinji kicks the priest's corpse. The dead man does not move. That must have pleased him as the boy kicks the priest's head with all his might. A heavy smacking sound echoes in the room. The sensation and the sound excites Mato Shinji more than he expected. But I won't complain, I'm not holding any grudges, and it's pitiful to keep talking to a corpse. He laughs. The boy whose sanity is almost gone walks towards Tosaka Rin with staggering steps. Sorry to keep you waiting, Tosaka. There was a lot of interference, but we're finally alone. There are only 3 more servants. I'm sure everything will be over by the time you get tired of crying here. He literally goes on all fours to get on top of Tosaka like a lizard. But it's all good. I had some business with you as well. It'd really trouble me if you died too easily. That'd be very rude since I've been waiting so long for this. Come on, beg me, Tosaka. I might save you depending on how you act. The Holy Grail is going to be mine. I might consider sharing it with you if you're going to be mine. I'm utterly amazed. Are you really that stupid? Then, even while she's tied up and being licked on her cheek by the boy, Tosakarine speaks up. What? I'm asking you if you learned your lesson yet. You were just used by Kirei. Listen, that servant isn't one that can be handled. You should know that since you've been near him. You should wake up and run away. You might still have time. You should run away as fast as possible if you don't want to die. You're just begging for your life. You're the idiot, Tosaka. Kodamine died. Who would get in my way now? Mato Shinji runs his fingers along the girl's body. At that instant, hey. Mato Shinji is punched away once again. He is flung to the wall. Stop it, kid. You're not worthy to touch that woman. Lancer glares at the boy and walks lazily to the girl. What? You're going to object to me when you're almost dead? The spearman stops. He now turns to Mato Shinji. Hey, you would have died in peace if you kept quiet. Fine, I won't kill you so easily. Come on, Gilgamesh. He wants to die in style. He raises his voice. Mato Shinji's servant, the one who can kill any heroic spirit, is summoned by his master and... Hey. Damn, what's he doing? Can't you hear me? I'm telling you to come here! His voice sheepishly echoes through the room. The golden servant does not appear. The spearman, covered in blood, takes another step towards the annoying boy. Damn. What's with you? Why are you trying to be cool when you're almost dead? Die already! Don't you know you're just in my way, you month? The lance is thrust. The quick thrust pierces Mato Shinji right through his right shoulder. I like that there are question marks after his scream of pain. His scream tears through the room. Lancer pulls out the lance with an almost bored expression and points it at Mato Shinji's temple. Get lost. I might be almost dead, but I could still easily kill 1,000 of you. Retreating to the wall and shivering, Mato Shinji runs away. Man, he made me waste energy. Letting out a big sigh, he walks over to the girl. The lance cuts away the girl's bonds like paper. Thanks. You really helped me out, Lancer. She thanks him soon as she's freed. Unmindful of the dirt that covers her, she bows to Lancer. Well, it just turned out this way. You don't need to thank me. At that instant, he falls. Lancer! She tries to catch him but does not make it. Lancer, who is leaning against the wall, crumples onto the ground. His legs won't move. Lancer's limbs are already dead. The fact that he still got up, killed his master, and freed her is unbelievable. Gushing blood stains his blue armor red. Hold on, I'll heal your wound right away. Reen runs to the bloody spearman. The Lancer stops her by raising his hand. It's useless. A heart pierced by my lance won't heal easily. Besides, you don't have any magical energy to spare. But, don't worry about it. I'm used to this kind of thing. Heroes always die because of unreasonable orders. His casual talk is like always. The blue spearman does not change his tone, even on the verge of his death. The girl stands there speechless. Looking up at her, Lancer sighs as if the weight is lifted off his shoulders. Man, I guess we both ended up with boring partners. Yeah, but he was just hard to handle in my case. You're right. I would have had no complaints if a woman like you were my partner. But I never had luck with women. Man, this never changes. He laughs in self-derision. Then, well, get going. I'll take him with me. You, go back to your partner. The spearman in blue urges the girl. Lancer is holding the Anzus rune. The rune containing his remaining magical energy will burn this room to ashes. Understanding his determination, the girl turns her back to Lancer. Goodbye, Lancer. I only knew you for a short while, but I also like you. She runs to the entrance hall. Whatever, young girl. Come back when you're older. He sounds happy. The room erupts in flames. The blaze burns Lancer's body and his master's corpse, without leaving a trace. The red lance and the blue armor disappears in the flames like empty illusions. Interlude out. And I didn't know how long that was going to go for, and as much as I like it, I was kind of hoping we'd be able to get back to this fight this episode, but we won't. We'll just, because I want it to be its own thing, you know? I don't want to be squeezed into the end of someone else's shtick. So yeah, we're gonna save there and come back in the next one. Bye-bye. Also, I should mention, I do like that part. Like, I'm not like being like, oh, I just wish this didn't happen so I could see the fight or anything. Like, I'm still glad it happens. I just thought that it happened a little bit later in the fight. So then maybe we could have an episode of the fight first, you know what I mean? But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.